Hello? Oh man, I knew something was gonna be broken. Hang on. I can do this. I can do this. Yes! Oh, well. Oh, nope. Yeah. Yeah. Mudkip, hello. Andy, hello. Maxine, hello. Andy, thank you so much for the resub. Stunning. Stunning. Now we just crop this so you can't see that thing on the top anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Very fierce. Now we check to make sure the audio is working. And she is. Except I think this is doing a display capture and not. Oh wow. I think this is doing a display capture and not a game capture. But I guess that's not the end of the world, is it? How is everyone? Yes, we were PNG tubing because if you were here for the last stream, you saw, but my camera really just crapped out. I don't really know. The mic could go up a bit. Well, what if I told you the mic is already up as high as it goes? Well, we can put everything else down a bit. I'm wondering why I'm getting audio from my PNG tuber. Let's try. How is that? Is that better? Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anyway, my camera was just, it was so fucked. It kept freezing. It was like glitching in a weird way. I don't know. I've tried. I thought maybe it was just because I had it plugged into one of the USB ports that's on top of my tower instead of on the back. So I thought maybe that was the problem. In fact, it was not. It kept doing the same thing, even if I wasn't streaming. Like if I just had my like software open and was just watching myself even without streaming, it was still freezing even then. So I don't know what's going on, but thanks to our dear friend Dragon, XOXO Draggy, I put a new camera on my Throne wish list and he bought it immediately. So Throne sometimes takes a couple days before they order it, so it might be like a week or so before I get it, but I figured in the meantime we would just do this. I forgot I had the PNG tuber, Um, and the software was all still on here, so I have this, or I can do the toilet. Oh, so we could be a toilet if we want. But I figure we have it, so we might as well use it, right? Hi, Razor. Welcome in. Yes, everybody grab your dinosaur bones, your pterodactyl dorsal vertebra. Even though I think technically a pterodactyl is not a dinosaur. If there are any dinosaur purists in the crowd tonight. I know, the skibbity toilet. Trying to appeal to a broader demographic, so. I did have someone on Facebook threaten to poop in my mouth. So there's that. If you're not following me on Facebook, well, if you've got thick skin, you should be following me on Facebook. It's been a lot over there, but I'm monetized on there now. I've made like 15 bucks on Facebook already since like a week ago, a week and a half ago. And that's all just strictly from engagement. I haven't actually sold anything on there or anything. I'm not. You can like, they have their own version of. It's kind of like bits on Twitch. They call them stars, I think, on Facebook, where like you can like tip someone with stars on one of their posts. But all of mine has just been strictly from the engagement, and it's 99% of it is from these hateful, either individuals using like most of them are using like a burner account. A lot of them don't even have like a picture or any friends or anything. Some of them are bots, I'm sure, but um, I don't know. I guess I'm tired of people telling me not to engage with people who are clearly they're making money off of this. Like it's so clear that so many of these pages they literally just go around and say the most inflammatory, hateful, um, false shit just to get a response out of people, knowing that it'll get a response out of people. And I'm just so tired of it. So if they can do it, then I can do it. Except the shit I'm posting is true. And it's the stuff that I was posting anyway. Like nothing I've posted since I got monetized on there is that, and most of you who know me for a very long time, so most of you can corroborate that like this is the same shit I would have posted anyway, but at least now I'm making money off of it too. So I've got a couple posts up about the recent shooting in Biddeford. I'm going to donate all the money I make from those to either the GoFundMe for the victim or to one of the organizations that works here in Maine to support folks who either are being detained by ICE or who are being targeted by ICE. Yeah, Kim. I will never forget her as long as she pops up. She's been around for a while. She's a real person. I don't know if she's actually who she claims to be, but she is in fact a real person. But yeah, she was convinced that the grift of being a trans person is so strong and that there's so much money to be made by pretending to be a woman on the internet that that's the only reason that she could find or think of for what I do. Obviously, I'm doing this for the money. Obviously, I'm doing this because drag is such a lucrative endeavor, and I definitely haven't lost money overall on it. That's for sure. Oh, but yeah, it's it's a lot. So I always encourage folks if you want to, tussle with the trolls in the comments, you're welcome to. But again, if it's not something that you have like the energy for, maybe steer clear of Facebook in particular. I don't know why I don't get the same kind of response really anywhere else, and I post really the same kind of stuff everywhere else, or often it's the same exact post. I didn't get a single hate comment on Instagram for the same exact post. But for whatever reason, I'm assuming the demographics on Facebook look a lot different than they probably do elsewhere. I think my following or the people that I reach with my posts on Facebook typically are a lot more local than they are on other platforms too, so that probably doesn't help. But regardless, no connection to reality. Exactly. Exactly. And what's strange is, and it's not, I guess it shouldn't be a surprise, and it's not, but the more information we learn about this shooting in Biddeford in particular, the more we understand that they didn't really have any right or reason to be confronting this guy. He was here legally. He had work authorization. He had a social security number. He, did it the right way, as they say. Um, His last words were quoted to be, "I tried to stop." So they were doing a car stop. They pulled him over. He wasn't the person that they had a warrant for, but we know that that doesn't necessarily stop folks. Um, and the specifics are, of course, still to be determined. I'm not sure how much faith I have in this whole investigative process, but there are folks who say that he weaponized his car and was trying to run them over. Other people say he was just trying to flee, and if he had his kid in the car. So yeah, if I had my kid in the back seat and these guys wearing fucking Timu police vests had their guns drawn, I would probably try to drive away too, especially if I knew that I didn't have a warrant out for my arrest and I knew that there was no reason for them to be doing so. So, um, Chris, thank you so much for the watch streak. Oh, and Medusa, hey. Come on, 6 months. Goose says hello. I think my sister's probably gonna be home soon. Um, and it just feels like the more information we learn, the more unjustified this was. Not that, and this is, I think, what a lot of people seem to miss is that even if he were guilty of whatever they thought they were bringing him in for, even if he was the person they were looking for, even if he was here illegally, um, the warrant that is issued to ICE agents is an administrative warrant. It's not a criminal warrant. So it's not the same as when a warrant is issued for somebody who's suspected of murder or something more serious or violent. It's an it's a secretarial task that they're being sent out to accomplish. That's one of the reasons so many people pushed against them being this sort of militarized force in the first place, because what they're tasked with doing is not um, necessarily like a crime fighting function. They're there to carry out the administrative functions of immigration courts. Even if he were here illegally, even if he were all these things that folks are calling him and saying that he was, um, the police and other law enforcement agencies like ICE, for example, aren't supposed to kill guilty people either. It's not their job to administer a guilty or innocent verdict. It's not their job to determine whether or not someone deserves to live or die. That's supposed to happen in the courts. Um, if you look at like the protocols for law enforcement, when a suspect is fleeing you in a car, you're not supposed to shoot at them because it puts the public at risk. So the argument that they shot him because they were afraid he was going to flee and be a danger to the public simply does not align with the training that they were supposed to get and the protocols they're supposed to be following. So even if he were the worst person walking the earth and he had done all these things, you're as a law enforcement officer, you're still not supposed to kill them. So all these folks who are making excuses for ICE, all these folks who are celebrating that another person has been murdered by this organization, um, are really showing themselves to just be assholes. You just don't care about people who look different than you. You don't care about the freedom and the pillars of American society that you claim to, because those rights apply not just to folks who are citizens. Even non-citizens have a right to due process. That's been a key argument in this whole immigration debate for the last several years, has been the deportation of folks who have not been given due process. Even if you're not a citizen of the United States, you still are entitled to your day in court to make your case. There's no way that an ICE agent can determine if someone is a citizen or not. That is not their job. That is not what they're supposed to be doing. That is not their function. That is the role for immigration courts. So this argument that, well, illegals don't get rights, they don't have the right to due process, that's just simply not true. And anybody who tells you otherwise has not educated themselves to the extent that they seem to think they have, or they're getting their information from shitty sources. I try to, when I can, pull my information from sources like the Associated Press, which is as down the middle as you can get. They tend to stick strictly to the facts. They'll report the facts, and there's, at least in my experience, less of a slant one way or the other. It's a collective of journalists and sources, so it's not tied necessarily to one particular like media conglomerate. Whereas a lot of the time, these folks, when they're, for example, there's a link that I keep getting sent from these people that lists all these different folks who were allegedly murdered by folks who were here undocumented. And I don't know whether I haven't gone through and followed up on every single name. but it's literally like just some random website that some individual person made, and there are no sources for any of it. It's just simply a list stated as fact. But even if all those people were in fact killed by undocumented folks, that still doesn't excuse the behavior that ICE is exhibiting. um, it's essentially uh, a private army for the president. He's sending them after the communities and the people that he hates, that his followers hate, and as a means of trying to build some sort of support. There's word that he's making a speech tomorrow night, and it's going to be this big televised thing. Um, and some folks have said that he's going to claim that the elections in Georgia in 2024 were illegitimate because there was some sort of foreign interference or intervention. So he's supposedly going to claim that the two senators who were elected in Georgia are not legitimate senators, as a way of laying the foundation and groundwork for him to challenge the results of the upcoming midterms. And he will argue that any votes that they both happen to be Democrats in what has historically been a pretty Republican red state. So the concern is that he's going to claim that they're not legitimate, and therefore he's going to call into question any votes that they've cast and try to overturn anything that they may have been part of putting through. No, you're good, Andy. I know that I'm online a little bit earlier than I normally am, so I wanted to try to get on before the storms started. We're supposed to get some pretty nasty storms here tonight. I don't know. I'm a little bit further south than a lot of that, so I don't know how much of that we're even going to get, but I just wanted to make sure that I got on beforehand. So I understand some folks are still working and working, lurking, and all that, so please feel free to do so. But yeah, so anyway, all that to say, um, we've got a good core group of people over on Facebook who've been trying to like fact check and push back on the folks in the comments. I try to delete the like most kind of heinous or egregious of them. I try to delete the ones that have links to information that's not verified in any way. But in some cases, like yesterday, I posted that it was literally just a graphic I made on Instagram that just said "fuck ice" and I had a caption with it. But by time I refreshed the page, it had been I think 2 minutes, and it had already been shared like 30 times, and it had a bunch of comments and stuff. So it was happening way faster than I could even kind of administer any of it. So I ended up restricting the comments to people who have been following me for 24 hours, I think, and that really helped. I shouldn't have to do that, and I'm not going to do that on all my posts moving forward, but it is what it is. So yeah, it's it's one of those things where I think, Maine isn't necessarily known for its diversity, but there are still very diverse communities here. Um, and as much as we often think about like immigration as something that folks who live along the southern border have to deal with, it's very much something happening here too. Maine is one of few states where the I think it's 150 miles, whatever the buffer zone is that Customs and Border Patrol have authority in. Maine happens to be entirely within that. So the entire state of Maine lies within whatever that distance is of the Canadian border. So therefore, um, it's something that we deal with here too. Hi, Miles. Yeah, I think it's 150. Maybe it's 200. Whatever the like, it's however far from either a border or a port. Um, so basically, the entire coastline of the United States plus all of our borders. But Maine is small enough that anywhere within the state is within that range. So um, it very much is happening here too. So it's something that we all need to be paying attention to. And I certainly could be paying more attention, but as much as I'm able to, I'm going to keep drawing attention to it. I think that I have a lot of white queer folks who follow me who similarly probably could be paying more attention or doing more, speaking up more than we are. And if me doing so can provide maybe the motivation that it takes, or maybe I can help provide some of the language or links that folks need to feel comfortable doing that, then that's quite literally the least that I can do. So anyway, all that to say, if folks need help kind of figuring out how to do something about it where you are, feel free to DM me and we can find what resources are available. There are a lot of organizations that have kind of either that have popped up as a result of the recent sort of push on immigration, or that have always existed and need our help even more now than ever. And some of them are better than others at promoting themselves, so some of them maybe take a little bit more digging to find. But there's probably an organization in your area doing the same work that like Project Relief here in Maine is doing, or the Maine Immigrant Rights Coalition. So happy to help you get kind of plugged into that. But on that note, we're going to play some Dead by Daylight. If anybody wants to join, you're welcome. I have been playing the event. And it actually hasn't been bad. I don't want to jinx anything for today, but so far so good. We've had like maybe 2 killers that were like kind of gross, but even then, one of them I think was just not very good. So I don't think it was that they were like intentionally trying to, like they kept tunneling us. Not Cockmangler. Anyway, Miles, I didn't know you were playing. I don't think they were bad. I don't think they were trying to be like toxic. I just think that they were not particularly good, and so they either kept getting me confused with the other survivors, or they didn't know that they had just unhooked, or it just hooked me and they were hooking me again. So it's a Felix too. That's kind of a cool cosmetic. Just trying to be in on mode. Well, busted. I guess we're not ready. Oh. Jeff didn't want to play with a Cockmangler. Is that like a synonym for like a cock destroyer? Not a sable. Oh, well. She heard me. I hope I remember to put a cake on. I've got like 700 of the event cakes. They really give you blood points for like anything now. I get a million blood points in like 3 matches now. I was talking about that the other day with Dragon. Looking for the trade among the deadly seas. Well, anchors away. Best of luck. I don't think you'll find it on Dead by Daylight. I do kind of like this PNG thing too, because I don't have to worry about my lighting or anything. It's kind of fierce. My viewer count is usually a lot lower than when I'm on camera, but it is kind of nice to not have to worry about like what I'm wearing, what my hair looks like. You did find us. Or did you just... Are you calling us trade? That's a new one for me too. No one's ever called me that. It is nice. And especially now because like I only get to shower every other day, the days that my nurse comes. I have a home health nurse. So on the days that I don't get to shower, I don't feel like being on camera because I feel like I look grody. Even though I'm sure I'm fine. So maybe we'll incorporate the PNG tube. Trade was the friends we made along the way. Well, Canary really thought so. I know that's a throwback. We were talking about that the other day too. Ah! Well. Who did it? They really didn't want me to play with it's called Cockmangler. Oh, it was a Freddy. I haven't had one of those in a while. We were talking about that the other day, like how many people have like kind of coming on in this community since we first started streaming, like 6 or 7 years ago. It's been now. Ugh. Enjoy your Ankylosaurus. Oh, nope. Ankylosaurus tooth. Come on, TikToker. I feel like this one's probably a streamer too. Blue Luna Gamer, that sounds like a Twitch name. Trade was the friends we made along the way. Maybe so. I did get a message on one of the apps today, and they were nice enough. They live pretty far away, but and they were asking for more pictures of me out of drag, and I was like, well, I've been kind of going through some medical stuff, and I'm not like feeling super great about my body right now. And he was like, oh, I don't care. And I was like, you would. Trust me, you would. And eventually I just was like, I have an ostomy now. So literally I have like this bag just hanging off my stomach. And that's kind of like a non-starter for a lot of people. But thank you so much. Main ingredient portals. I have no idea who that was. I don't know who any of the new killers are. And by new, I mean like the last 5 or 6 killers that they rolled out with. That sounded like a wolf, maybe? Is there a werewolf now? I did notice that I feel like every killer is running like a full slate of like aura perks. So they run like barbecue, tinkerer, go. Hi dragon. Can you all hear those sounds? I forgot I set those. Whenever each of the mods chats first, it makes a sound. But I didn't ever check to see if the audio is routed the right way. Slay. We got a whole gen done without ever even seeing the killer. And I don't even know who the killer. Oh! That was close, Diva. Uh-oh. Ow! Ow! Girl. Ah! I have not played against this killer. I didn't know he could turn into a dog. Well, shit. You did not hear it. Well, it says go when you say something. I can't remember. I think Razor's is like hi gay or something. Am I holding a cake? I'm holding a morsel. So the event is like this thing where you grab these morsels from all these different tables and they each have like different effects. So you can either eat the morsel to gain the effect, or you can set the table. And once you put 4 of the morsels on the table, it gives all the survivors some benefit. So in this case, it's portals. So you see this like black hole in the middle of the screen, and I'm not talking about Razor. That is a portal, and it'll teleport you to a different part of the map. They're cranking through these gens. Good for them. I hope I don't have to run him again, because I did not do a good job. So if you look... Hello. Carrie. So those are the carts. You also start the trial with one. But there are tables set up around here too. And they light up with like a gold light. Gaping. But yeah, the matches haven't been, I mean... Oh, girl. Get your head in the game, Lori. It's probably because... Ma'am! Oh. Oh, I thought I could zigzag around that a bit more. Lori fully just let me take the fucking heat on that. No. I'm fucked. Ah! Yeah, I don't know what these killers do. But I think because I've been away from the game for so long, I'm probably getting matched up with pretty low rank players. I should have sandbagged the Lori and let her have him. Old Carrie would have done that. And happy International Non-Binary People's Day. If you or somebody you love is non-binary, I believe you probably owe them money. I don't know about the official, what the rules like officially are for the holiday, but probably better to be safe than sorry. Oh, look who it is. Ooh, he's right there, girl. We gotta go. Zoom in. I don't know if the killer can go through the portal too. Oh, we're invisible. That's fierce. These totems have been saving my ass. Hi, Steven. Welcome in. These last two gens, girl. It does feel like he's doing a really good job of covering everything. Not me. See ya. It does feel like it takes forever to get a gen done, though. Oh. Well, don't mind if I do. This is probably why it takes so long. So I've cleansed 3 totems. Shack palette is still up, which is nice. We did today, yeah, Razor. It was kind of weird. It was really humid today and really hot, so it felt like it was like 90 or 100 degrees. And then we're supposed to get a cold front tonight, which is why we're supposed to get all these severe thunderstorms, and they're saying we might get a tornado, which obviously we don't typically get in this part of the country. But, of course, people are being stupid and treating it like... It kind of reminds me of, like, when I lived in Florida and we would get a hurricane, and people, rather than, like, taking precautions to keep themselves safe, they would, like, throw a party. So people are doing stuff like that here because we get thunderstorms maybe once or twice a year. But yeah, this evening I think we're supposed to get some thunderstorms, and it's supposed to cool down pretty substantially. Oh no. Well. What are the odds? Mr. Jerkin is gonna let me just have the hatch. I do have we'll make it. If you want to try. Alright, see ya. Ooh. Oh! This fucking dog. Ugly. No, what? Well. Ugh. I don't like this killer. He's kind of boring. Like, does he really need to be able to transform into a dog and shoot whatever the fuck that was? I don't think. I don't think so. Yeah, they're warning us that we might lose power tonight and all that. I mean, I'm sure we'll be fine, but it's like, do you really need to tempt fate like that? And is life in Maine really that boring that you have to, like... Not the queer killer being the one who took me out, that's interesting. Well...
Don't be overdramatic.
Interesting. Hello, princess. That must be a mod. Oh, hi, Kiki. Well. If you see a pride flag on one of these killers, just know it's around. Yeah, I feel like more people use them, like, ironically than not. But look at all, I mean, all those blood points, hello? And some pants that I'm never gonna use? That's fierce. Yeah, I'm gonna get bonus blood points for playing Survivor, because nobody wants to play Survivor. Kiki, how are you? It's been a while. Again, if anybody wants to play, you're welcome. What is this lobby? Girl. Never mind, we like them. Y'all saved yourselves. I was about to judge you for all being 3 Jeffs. Ugly Jeffs at that. Worn out from the day, but happy your shoes are finally off. I bet. That always feels nice. I'm not allowed to wear... This is... Oh, I forgot they added him. I'm not allowed to wear real shoes right now. Or socks. Because my toes are going through some stuff right now. the moneymakers have really been going through it for the last few months. So I can't wear anything that like puts pressure on my toenails, which is pretty much anything. So I'm wearing these, they look like they're sandals, but they're so ugly. And I'm also not used, I'm one of those people that I never go barefoot. I always am wearing at least, not the bottom, replying. I forgot we had to do that. Yeah, the toes. So I have to wear open-toed shoes, but I'm one of those people I'm always wearing socks. I hate the feeling of like when stuff like dirt and stuff from the floor gets stuck to your foot. I hate that. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. But it's working. My toes are getting better. But it's a pain because I hate being barefoot. My feet are cold all the time. Hi, Doxy. I am having a wonderful day. I hope you are as well. I will drag you. Once I'm done showing these Jeffs how it's done. How it's done, done. Can we talk about... I probably watched that movie, K-Pop Demon Hunters, 20 times while I was in the hospital. I watched that. I watched the It TV show. And I watched, excuse me, I'm dying, Dream Academy. Those are my go-tos while I was in the hospital. Ew! Not... Did he knock my item out? He sure did. This killer's getting on my nerves. Why'd you leave me? Oh girl, he's coming. We gotta go. Ew, how does he know? He's so ugly.
Now you must come with me.
I just must not understand how those event things work. Hi, Minos. Hello. They are very different. Yeah, I know.
The box. You opened it.
I wouldn't mind dying on this one either. Let me just... I don't really like playing against this killer. When you can start spamming the hooks. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Doxy. Well, now we know what Dragon's into. Although some of us already knew. The fact that nobody's coming for me. Y'all are just gonna stay on that one gen together? Really? Really? That's interesting. I know you're not. I know you're not doing this. Girl. Wow. Yeah. This is a GG go next. Y'all have fun getting those gens done without me. She was 90. Well, at least that's good. It's never easy to lose someone, but... I don't even know, Maxine. In the pregame lobby, I'm pretty sure these people are all together, because they were all three playing the same Jeff face, and then one of them switched to Dustin. But in the pregame lobby, they said trans rights are human rights, and I said yes. And I told them that I was prepared to judge them because they were all Jeff. but that they passed the vibe check, so I thought we were friends, but I guess not. Yeah. Anyway. This is what I get for saying that the killers have been okay. 2 back-to-back. Although that wasn't even the killer's fault, really. Although it is weird that he, like, knew exactly where to find me. Now I can fix him. I kind of want to spectate and watch till the end, but... That's enough. Hey. No. 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 I invite dragging. Surely things will turn around now the dragon's here. I'm so sure of it. Interesting. Yeah, he's been barking a lot today. I don't know. It's weird because I think I've mentioned this, but I live with one of my sisters and my other sister lives right next door. Like literally you can touch her door and our door at the same time. And we're the only ones on this floor of the building we live in, so there's nobody who would be coming up here other than my family. But he still has to make sure anybody who enters the premises knows. Sounds good, Kiki. Toothy torts for everyone. I could go for a tort. You know what I really wanted today? Ice cream. I wanted Dairy Queen so bad, but my blood sugar was too high. Maybe tomorrow. An Oreo Blizzard with chocolate soft serve? Oh, fuck me up. Fuck me up. Alright, portal, items, and invisibility. No Gen or totem? What are the odds he saw me getting here? Whoa. I feel like he knows. Oh, not a mini. Never a mini blizzard. That's not enough for anyone. A giant one. I want the biggest blizzard they got. Maybe even 2. If I'm gonna have ice cream. I like the Oreo one. I like the Butterfinger one. And I like, they have one that's like, I think it's like a strawberry shortcake. It's like angel food cake and strawberries. It's really good. But I have to be careful, obviously, and I kind of have to plan ahead for stuff like that. Like, I can have ice cream or I can have carbs and things like that, but I have to be kind of strategic about it. Y'all have got to stop looping around the hook. Well, I have a feeling we're not getting out this time either. But honestly, ice cream doesn't really... I don't know. It depends on a day, I guess. Different people have, like, obviously your bodies are different, but ice cream doesn't, like, spike my sugar as much as, like, if I ate a bowl of fruit, it'd be over for me. Which sucks, because I really like fruit. I ate so many grapes when I was in the hospital. That was, like, my go-to snack. But so much of that kind of sugar. Whoop. But I can have, like, again, if I have... Oh, no! Ah! Oh, I should have just kept running. Not the poison, too. It's over. Well. Well. Aha! Dumbass. You would think, but no. There actually isn't a whole lot of fiber in grapes, comparatively. I'd be better off having, like, strawberries. Even, like, watermelon. Yeah, I had grapes a lot, and oranges aren't too bad. And even if I have, like, processed sugar stuff, like ice cream, for example, it doesn't really affect me that much. Especially if it's called pre-bolusing. Like if I take insulin before I eat, as opposed to waiting until my sugar goes up. It's not too bad, but carbs don't really affect me that much. I can have pasta and bread and stuff like that, and it doesn't really spike me like... Nothing does like fruit. Nothing I've had so far has been as bad as fruit is. Oop. That wonky animation, hello? I think he's coming back, girl. Well, I was gonna take the hit for you, girl. I kind of forget what the infection thing does, but we're gonna handle it now, that's for sure. Being in the hospital also made me get rid of my, or get over my, like, fear of needles. Now that I jab myself every day. I wouldn't say that I enjoy the process, but... Girl, go away. She's zooming, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go a different way. Hi, Bear. Hi, Bear. Welcome, Raiders. How are the games? I think you've been playing Fortnite lately, right? Who healed you 80% and then stopped? Girl, you gotta check that cough. Not me! Girl, you're ugly. No. We are, yes. Oh my god, I'm so sick of that. I am, at least for now, a PNG tuber until I get a new camera. Ooh, zoom in. My camera just randomly stopped working, so here we are. But I hope the games went well. Fortnite, any games like Rackpoint and Dungeon Crawler. Ooh, love that. I feel like I'm using all of our vaccines, but he seems to like the taste of Dry Queen. How am I? I'm good. Mostly good. It's, I went through a phase where I was in the hospital for a while, and I'm still recovering. I have a giant wound on my back, which has been literally a pain in the ass. And I'm diabetic now, which is not great. But I'm still alive, and honestly, for a while, it wasn't looking great there, so. But we're back. Playing some Dead by Daylight, which makes it feel like it's 2021 all over again. And kind of having fun with it, honestly. Yeah, thank you. It, yeah, it was a lot. I had, diabetic ketoacidosis, so my sugar was, like, normal range is like between like 80 and 120 depending on the person, and mine was like 1,000. So it was rough. I passed out at home and got taken to the hospital, and I was there for just over 7 months. But we're back, we're home. I'm staying with my sister and I'm trying to get disability, which is honestly like pulling teeth. It genuinely feels like every step of the way they're trying to get me to not, like, they're trying to make it so that I can't meet a deadline or get something to them that I'm supposed to. 2026 is the new, it feels that way sometimes, doesn't it? I remember you talking about that, Bear. Yeah, it's a lot, and you know, I'm fortunate that I have a lot of people who like showed up for me. I had a lot of people who, you know, we had a GoFundMe set up, and there were a lot of folks who donated to that, and people who visited and all that. But it's still really hard. I don't know where the gens are. I think there's still one in here, maybe? Oh, we found a table. But yes, we are on the road to recovery. I have done a lot of healing. I'm actually healing better than they thought I would, so I don't have to have... It was looking like I was going to need to have some skin grafts done in order to close up my wound, but I don't think that's going to have to happen anymore. But it's just taking a really long time. And I'm not a particularly patient person. We might have screwed ourselves a little bit in the gen department. Oh, shit. Ah! Yes, very that bear, yes. And there was the number of times that people were like, wow, you're so strong. I would be handling this so much worse than you. And it's like, I don't really have a choice. Like, I appreciate the sentiment there, and I appreciate that people think they're, like, being kind. But it's like, what option do I have, really? I can either sit here and wait to be better, or die. Like, those are my options. So, I know that there was nothing really people could say in that moment to really make it better, and that is a hard place to be in, but like, I really don't know where any of the gens are. I feel like he's patrolling them very well. I can help. Yeah, it was tough. And I was in the ICU for the first like month or so I was in the hospital, so I didn't really like know what was going on until I'd been there for a while. And by the time I woke up, I couldn't walk anymore. I couldn't eat or drink. I had to learn how to drink water again without aspirating it. And so every single little thing felt like such an uphill battle. And again, I'm not a patient person. Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like when people say things like that, there's this kind of implied pressure to accept that graciously. And it's like, I don't want to be patient. I don't want to be brave or strong or whatever, you know, they're calling you. Why should I have to be? But no. No. Yeah, I think he's just patrolling gens at this point. I think I stayed on that one long enough to stop it regressing, though. Welcome back, Kiki. Happy International Non-Binary People's Day to anybody in chat who might be part of the community. Love you, mean it. Hey. Girl. I thought maybe he'd stay on me. Oh, wait. I need a locker. I need a locker. Synchronized memory shards. What does that mean? I don't know what we just did, but it really is. Indeed it is. Oh, ripped dragon. Feels like a hatch game. And I don't think we have any vaccines left. It's your day. Make sure everybody you know knows so. Non-binary people, you can post your Venmo in chat. Cis people, you know what to do. I gotta go. Oh, that's weird, Dragon. Yeah, I don't know any of the perks either. Sounds good, Bear. Thank you again for the raid. It was good to chat. Can you see me in here? No! The way he punched at the table thing. Oh no! Ow. How did he not have any terror radius? Well, it might be over for us. Well, maybe he'll let us have the hatch. We keep moving the goalpost. Maybe. 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 Oh. Maybe he's putting me in the basement. Oh. Maybe. We wait. Yes, I would love that bear. Oh! Or he's gonna slam it in my face. What kind of person you want to be today? Alright. Hey! Can't remember the last time I got the hatch. Love that. He did have lethal pursuer, so I think he must have known I was in that locker, but he was just chasing other people. He didn't have any perks that should have downed you, Dragon. So that's weird. I know, hatch standoffs were so much fun. And the killers would get so tilted. The good old days. Back when the worst killer was the doctor. When that was the worst thing you had to worry about was a doctor. Does the sickness eventually die? It might. Maybe. It must. Or did you not mend? Yeah. If anybody else wants to join, let me know. We're gonna P100 mag. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, Dragon. Let's see how this goes over. Let's see how they like that one. Oh, you can't see. Maybe I should move. Maybe I should move. There. I don't love that, but not a peep. Maybe they're console players. Hi, Baba. You can hear him click-clacking in here because his nails are so long. We gotta get them done. His back nails are fine on his back feet, but his front feet, holy cow. Gnarly. But it's hard because my sister's the only one with the cars, and she works bank hours, so getting him in to get his nails done is really tough. Pretty much, Maxine, yeah. I feel bad because they can't be comfortable. I don't know if they hurt or anything. They don't seem to, but they are getting very long. And before this, I was taking him because I was making Jared come get us and take us every month. So we were maintaining it really well. But obviously all that stopped when I ended up in the hospital. Oh, not this map again, Dragon. Dragon and I played against a Huntress on this map, and she smoked us. Ooh. I think it's an artist. Yep. But she kicked our asses. She was hitting shots before we even knew she was there. Ooh. That's a cool skin though. Where'd he go? Oh, right there. Don't bring her this way. Main ingredient palette. So I think this makes the palettes unbreakable for a certain amount of time. Same, Maxine. I think this is only the second time I played on this map. Ugh. And I still haven't played against a bunch of the killers. Because everybody plays them for a little while when they first come out, but then they stop. Like, I haven't played the one with the dog. I haven't played the one, I'm not sure what their name is, but it's like a floating head, I think. I don't think I've played very many times against the Dungeons and Dragons one. I don't remember even if I have. Even the ones that I have played against, it's been so long. Pretty much if they've come out in the last year, other than Jason, because people are still playing him pretty much a lot of the time, I probably haven't played them. Ew, the sandbaggery. Why is everybody bringing Franklin's? I need a totem. I don't know where any of the totems are on this map. Why am I green? Disgusting. Oh my god. Ah! Oh! None the wiser. I gotta start making more clips too. That's what y'all can help me with. Ugh! I haven't been posting on TikTok or anything for a very long time. Ew, Oh no. Oh! She's really annoying. That is cool skin though. We were also talking, Dragon and I were talking about this the other day. It feels like all of the newer maps are so small. Not me. And they feel a lot flatter than some of the older maps. So it doesn't feel like there's quite so many opportunities for like those of us who play a more immersed game style, you know? less places to hide. And it just feels like you're more dependent on your ability to run them. I hear it. Wait for her to shoot birds at my gen. We've only gotten 2 gens done? Girl. Oh my god. I feel like they find new ways to make these killers obnoxious. With each new killer. Shit. Girl, that's suspicious. No. Yeah. Oh my god. How has Dragon not been hooked yet? That's interesting. Let's ask the real questions. Whoops. I did not mean to miss that one. Girl! What are we doing? She ate the thing right in front of her. That thing only does stuff for pallets. What are we doing? Hey. I'll try to go for the save so that maybe, if nothing else, you'll get the hat. Since I got it last time. How did she not see me? Maybe she just doesn't care. Sit still. Really? Shit. That's ugly. I'm ready to be done with this one. She's got a cool skin, but whatever. That's where it ends for me. But maybe Dragon will get out. Divine Contagion. We spectate Dragon, obviously. Not everybody hiding in a bush. Is she right behind you? Very interesting. What are the odds the random's just gonna leave Dragon on the hook? Well. Well. I don't... What are we doing this for? Now she knows where you are, Rich. Now she definitely knows where you are. Well. Well. No, girl. No. I mean, I guess she tried, technically, right? Oh, you're sick. She's going in for the Mulligan, of course. Gross. I feel like everybody has Franklin's now too. Oh, Beast of Prey. That's not one you see a lot. Well, that's not one I see a lot anyway. Interesting. Interesting. Ooh, more stuff. Love that. Come on, Grandpa. Oh. Wow. That was a lot. That was a lot, Eddie. Oh, whoops. That means I didn't bring an item either. Whoops. I'm sure we'll find one. It's fine. Or this guy will have Franklin's too, and it won't matter anyway. Oh, I did have iron. It's a pyramid head. No, bro. Not this lag, sir. Girl. He's kind of fun. No. It's too bad we had that gem pretty juicy. That's okay. I can't remember the last time I played against a pyramid head. Gen Rush! Are we camping? Wow. I place my morsel. I wouldn't mind finding a totem. Might as well finish this one off. Mending. Well. Slay. Ah! Not the DC. Not the killer coming right to me. No. No. What are they doing over there? Hi, Sadly. Hi, Kayla. Welcome in. How are we? Oh! Well, this was looking pretty good for a while, but... And I don't know why they DC, because I don't think this killer's all that great. Is this the table you finished? Yes. Yes, it is. Enjoy your Carrie-Mon card. Well, that's a good one. I missed that pink dress. I've got it in storage, I think. Oh, gotcha. Well, that is annoying. But I feel like maybe this is either a newer killer or newer to this killer, maybe at least. Hiding. Did he see me? Girl, what? I was gonna get ya. Shit. He's gonna get a 4K out of this. Oh, you're lucky on that one. No. Neener, neener. Oh, you have to be joking. He did not deserve this. Oh well. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think he really earned that. Oh, I want to check the shop real quick. What can I spend these on? Oh. Never mind. Never mind. I'll chop with that. Not dead pop stars. This might be my last one. I'm starting to get sore. But I'll probably hop on again later because it's still pretty early. 6 o'clock. I just can't sit for like hours on end like I used to. I don't know. Hopefully in time. Like everything hurts. Like if I cross my legs for too long, it hurts. If I sit down for too long, it hurts. Houndmaster, that's what that killer's called. Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like I think it's because I don't recommend doing it the way I did, but I've lost so much weight that I don't have a whole lot of like cushion anymore. And I'm just not used to it still. Not because I'm old like Razor. Let's be clear, very different. Not Thrill Hunt. Is that a hillbilly here? Or is it Bubba? I feel like he's got a whole hex build if he's got Thrill Hunt. This totem's taking forever. Shit. Oh, maybe? Hey! Oh. That seat's taken. He must have another hex somewhere. No one ever just runs Thrill Hunt by itself, right? I feel like, isn't there a gen upstairs maybe? Maybe not. Kind of razor. I can, but there's I have a lot of limitations. I can't, because of where the wound is and because of how my dressing is. It makes it really hard to, anything that involves like bending forward is really hard. I can't really do any like twisting motion without it hurting, or like tilting side to side. So I could do like bicep curls and stuff like that, but any like anything, you know, more intense, I would probably have a hard time with. I also get winded really fast, like even taking the dog out for 5 minutes to go to the bathroom. When I get back up the stairs, I'm winded and have to sit down for a bit before I can get up again. So it's going to be a slow process. But technically there's nothing like physically stopping me other than the limitations that my wound and the dressing. Whoa! I guess he has Tinkerer. What the fuck? I'm trying to get this wound cleared up as soon as I can, because what I think would be really good for me is if I started swimming, for example, something that's a little low impact. But I can't get this dressing wet, so I would have to have the wound healed all the way before I could do that. He's ugly. Ugly. What are the odds he's just gonna come back to this gen anyway? Well, pretty good now, aren't they? Over. Girl, no. He's so annoying. This poison thing is just so obnoxious. Oh! Well, might be over. Kinda, yeah, Razor. That's where we're at. The good news is, pretty much any activity at all is cardio for me. My heart rate is still really high when I'm resting, so anything that involves moving, I'm like automatically in cardio mode. So that's good, I guess. Touch me. Chrissy Kitty Bones. I know he's not coming back again. Now, I had found a totem, but I lost it. Well. Try to get a gen done at least. Shit. Ooh, watch out, Draggy. Whoa. Well. And I got poison, girl. Oh my god, I hate that perk. That doctor one. But I definitely do feel like I'm getting stronger. I still, even though I get winded pretty easily, I can tell I've gotten stronger. Like, it used to take 10-15 minutes just to get me up the stairs, because I would have to take a break at the bottom of the stairs and then another one at the top of the stairs before I could get in the door. And now I can do it. I can go down the stairs, take the dog out, walk the dog, bring him back up, and get back in bed without having to stop. So I can see the progress. It's just, like I said earlier, I'm not a very patient person, so I have started applying for jobs. I applied for one today that actually would be perfect. It's a remote job. It's in DEI, which is what I do. And it's for a nonprofit that I've raised money for, that I'm very familiar with. So we'll see if I get, I don't even know if I'll get an interview. I'm overqualified. They want, I think, 5+ years of experience. I've got at least 10. But the market still sucks, so we'll see how it goes. Are we slugging? Oh, nailed it. Oh no. I don't like being down there. Girl, you better be ready. It's me, the saver. Ooh. Well, that's kind of fair, honestly. I do think all the gens are over there where I just picked those people up, though. I don't understand. Is he slugging her on purpose? No. Girl. Where are you going? Just let Laura sit on that gen. This is great. Hi, Prone. The curse game, indeed. It actually hasn't been too bad. Today was a little bit rough. We started off pretty rough, but honestly, it's mostly been our teammates, not really even the killers. You're doing great, Lara. Well, ooh. Shit. Oh, there's a totem. I feel like I need to make some more Carrymon cards, but on one hand, I haven't done Dragon so long. But also, I think the plugin thing I use for that has a limit. I think I can only do like 25. And I feel like I was already at the limit. And I don't pay for Canva anymore, so I don't know if I even can use the template I was using for them. I feel like if we don't get this gen done, I've got a pretty good shot at the hatch. I feel like I can run him pretty well. This would be a great match for us to end on. But I do think he's patrolling the gens at this point. Damn. Maybe. Unless he's got Tinkerer and it hasn't popped on this yet. Then I'm kind of fucked. Shit. Ugh. Shit. Oh, ugly. Now I know everybody brings Unbreakable. That's disgusting. Reckless is right. Maybe they'll give the other one the hatch at least. Oh, guess not. Ah! Why does she get it? Oh, wow. Overcharge, that's what it's called. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. Well, that happened. At least they were nice enough to let that one have the hatch. I guess. I guess. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? Oh, there are so many people on. Let's raid Will Jinkies. I don't think I raided them yet. Y'all know the drill. Join the Discord, follow the socials, snag some merch. I don't have a raid command, but just spam whatever appropriate emote you feel is best. Okay? Thank you all for joining today. This was fun. Like I said, I might hop on later. I don't know if I'll stream, but I'll probably play some games later at least. We're going to raid Will Jinkies. Doing some just chatting right now, but they play a lot of like retro stuff. Definitely a variety creator. Go show them some love. And I will see you all soon. It probably would help if I started a raid, huh? Probably would help if I click the button. Looks like they're looking at Pokemon cards right now. Very fierce. Alright, love you, mean it. Be good.